Hello there, everybody. How you doing? It is Rosanna here, aka RozyGlow, ready to share with you a really beautiful co-creation meditation. We are effectively at the start of the astrological year, and we're currently in a portal, okay, between the full moon that was in March and the full moon in April. They're both in Pisces, if I remember correctly. Could have that wrong, apologies. I'm not the ultimate astrologer, but I'm fascinated by astrology. And yes, it's been intense. I mean, the full moon last March, the March that just went, really brought up those core wounds. And, you know, in our efforts to become conscious, enlightened beings, it's very easy to try and really micromanage all the issues in our lives and be better people and focus on what we're not quite doing right. But this new moon is about graduation. It's about getting to the place that the hard work's done. What does it feel like to say, you've done it, you're there? Oh, getting tingles as I say it, because this is the energy we're now stepping into. And if we step into that energy and we keep clearing our resistance to it, then what's going to happen is we don't have to deal with the details of making each aspect of our life be co-created into our reality, okay? You don't have to worry about the details. The only time the details are actually important, this is the how that I talk about, is when you are very much fixated and locked into something that isn't working. It's important to use those areas of your life and the scenarios as they currently stand as springboards for what you would like and how you would like to feel in those areas. And often where we get lost is trying to visualize what we'd like it to look like. And I'm inviting you just to feel what you would like it to feel like. So welcome everybody who's joining. If you would like to say who you are, I would love to say hello to you. I can only see that people are joining in and I'm just giving you a bit of time. I'm really going from my own experience. Hey, Jide, how you doing? Welcome. And I have listened to Sarah Verber's take on this new moon, which was really interesting, and also read through Forever Conscious's take on it all. And actually, Oscar Kaner had some really interesting stuff to say today as well. So the main thing is, normally I play it safe with these new moon meditations, and I'm going to basically do something today that will be the starting point of what we'll do with the full moon. So we're going to set the intention of aligning with our divine design and what that really feels like, letting go of the need to micromanage everything, but really also getting very clear on where in our lives there are areas that we would like to be different, just allowing the feeling to come through. So I wrote some notes, and without sort of going on too much of a ramble, I'd like to read them because, you know, it's very easy to sort of, I know what it came through, getting into the feeling state of not needing any uppers or downers, just being in a frequency. No coffee, no tobacco, no sugar, no comfort food, no suppressing emotions with substance abuse, whatever, like no need for any of that, because you're just flowing a state of bliss. That whatever's coming your way is exciting to deal with. It's an adventure. And that's where I want you to go today with me, because we will anchor that intention, and we're going to work a lot with grounding energy today as well, because my team are working very much with high frequency energies and learning to manage those energies, because what happens is we get addicted to the high, right? And then we come crashing down, we go up, we go down, we're constantly yo-yoing. So learning to fly at a higher altitude, learning to maintain a higher frequency, and just to be able to soar at new heights, you know, just to enjoy that. It's a maintenance rather than a constant expanding, although we are constantly expanding. And the nature of the universe is that we contract and we expand, we contract and we expand. If you relate that to business, there's a time to drive forward, and then there's a time to basically stabilize what you whatever you've expanded into. And that's also true for our personal development. So please remember that. A lot of people that I speak to, a lot of my clients, get really concerned when they're basically, it feels like nothing's happening, or they're stuck, or they're in some kind of void where they're not really sure where they are because their brains are not operating the way they normally do. And although we really want our lives to change, we desperately want to be out of the turnings of our mind that, you know, do our heads in, literally. When that actually happens and that isn't going on in there, it actually freaks us out. And I remember I thought I was going mad because there wasn't a lot going on in here. It just felt like there was just peace. And I was used to the to-do list. I was used to the self-judgment. I was used to the must do better. How can I achieve more? So just being in this space of openness, and think of it as the vast sky behind the clouds, as the fact that the sun and the sky are eternally there. The clouds pass by, the rain comes and goes, the winds come and go, but the sky's always there, and it's like the blank canvas of our lives on which the dramas, the leelas in yoga, basically get played out and projected onto. Who do they get projected onto by it? Us, our consciousness. So ultimate consciousness, divine mind, is this blank canvas. And we have this kind of interesting, I wouldn't like to say battle, but it is a kind of tug of war between the ego programming and the divine will. And this is where, you know, one of the things that the Forever Conscious post was about was like, we don't need vision boards, we don't need to micromanage this and that, and we don't need to keep writing endless wishes and I am statements and, you know, trying to direct our reality in the direction we want it to go. Actually, when you are so used to being in a negative space, every bit of visual and audio stimulus that you can, and any sensory stimulus that you can engage in that is going to take you out of where you're used to being and remind you of where you want to go, is very useful. However, if you get caught on the whole thing of, where is it? Why isn't it here yet? Why isn't it here yet? I've put all this out there, I'm looking for it, it's not there. There is an element of desire and utilizing that desire to bring forth something, and also the need for surrender. So we're going to play with those. And then when it comes to the full moon, we're going to do some deep diving with that. So anyone who is aware that stuff has come up between now and the full moon, remember the full moon's £11 to join me. It's a deep healing in itself. It's a world service as well. So without further ado, before I do go into these notes, I'm going to bring up my cacao, my unicorn cacao. I've got some ruby and some blue lace agate with me today. Okay. It's really felt good, abundant flow. And one of the things with this time of year is it's spring cleaning. If you really want something to come in, remember that nature abhors a vacuum. So just create some space for the change you want. Physically create the space. For me today, that's paying some large sums of money out, knowing more is coming in and not going into fear around it. Just being like, yeah, I can pay this out. Brilliant. And more is coming. Awesome. Like believing in that flow, believing before you see. Obviously, you don't want to leave yourself out on the street. So there is a balance here again with what you do, but it's about not entering into anything with that tight expectation of something terrible happening. If life's got your back, if you're well supported, you can just smile, baby. And I can see Jide's big beaming smile as I say that. So cacao first, just taking a moment, closing your eyes, bringing all of your attention to your heart. Each of us bringing our attention to our heart. So just call in the Cacao Diva, and then I'll go into the co-creation after I've talked a little bit more about the influences of this moon. So just taking a moment to go to glow, imagining that there is a beautiful golden spark in your heart, which there is. Those of you who don't have cacao, you can just bring your hands to your heart. And as we say, go to glow, that spark becomes an inner rod of light, an inner lightsaber that connects down into our earth chakra and up through the crown of the head into our soul chakra, stellar gateway, through the sun, all the way up to the source of all that is. For those of you who have been working with me a little longer, know that there is a downward current and an upward current, both flowing at the same time, creating a toroidal flow. So as we open to our hearts, as we open to compassion, to peace, to appreciation, to gratitude, I invite you to contemplate the idea that to open our heart chakra, all we need do is ask for what we deserve. Knowing that we deserve so much more than we believe we do. So welcome that heart expansion. Let it expand to create the sphere of compassion that's always surrounding you. It just kind of explodes or massively increases to surround you from that divine spark in your heart, all around you now, as big as the room or the building that you're in. Beautiful sphere of compassion. And this is a sphere of love and light in which we are each protected, and in which that which we deserve can come to us with grace and ease. We call on the Cacao Diva, the spirit of the cacao medicine, to be with us, to remind us of what it feels like to be in flow. That's what this medicine is about, being in flow, connecting to our heart's truth. Knowing in the end we don't need any substance, including cacao, to get there, but this is a facilitator to help us understand the experience before we've had it. Great. So Mama Cacao, be with us, please. Help us bring balance and harmony through insight, through grace in every area of our lives that we most need it. And I'll just do a quick short form invocation of the I am present, so we're all in our higher selves before we cleanse our crystals. I am that I am. I am all that is. I am that I am. I am unity consciousness. I am source consciousness. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am creator. I am free. I am aligning with Earth's ascension timeline. I am that. I am. Take a few breaths. You may be getting colours coming in already. Those of you who have been initiated to flames, you'll feel how they start to move through. There's a lot of rainbow energy around. It's very transformational as it synthesizes into that pure bright white light that is source consciousness, diamond light. If you've got your crystal in your hand, I will again do a little cleansing for the crystal, so you can just be silent or repeat after me. I cleanse these crystals to renew their power, so they may bring peace and harmony and benefit humankind. I command that all unwanted energy goes from these crystals to where it can be transmuted into pure love light, so that the crystals that we work with are filled with only the most helpful, benevolent frequencies of love light from Source Direct, the highest good of all. And so it is, and so it shall be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well done. Okay, so coming into this now, just very quickly reminding ourselves of what we are wanting. Finding the notes that I made. So we're going to be aligning with our divine design timeline. We're in this portal, as I said. We're in a position now where we're in the midpoint and we are ready for something new. So what are you ready for that's new? Letting go of the old you, letting go of limiting beliefs, if so, which ones, but you can just say in general. However, there might be one that's really prevalent, and blocks that keep you stuck. So the best time for manifesting is now in this new moon in Aries. It really is about planting seeds and making wishes, but the invitation is not to micromanage that, just to have the intention to truly live your divine design, your soul's wish for you. And that's what we're going to be clearing up the resistance to today, like letting go and letting God, which is you, right? But like for anyone who's had issues with external authority and the idea of thy will be done, I know I was always way too scared to give my will away to a higher will, because there were things I really, really wanted to experience. And, you know, I was scared I wouldn't get to experience those things. And I also had a judgment that some of those things that I wanted to experience might not be very good. Or maybe, you know, there were things that I was taught morally were wrong, but there was more about, you know, exploring sexual desire, more about exploring being in abundance, being in prosperity. You know, we get given a lot of rules to live by that aren't necessarily universal laws. They're just human laws and perceptions that keep us limited. And I actually, the more I read, the more I kind of discover, the more I feel that whatever system has come to this earth to support the shift, especially the more ancient systems, including yoga, they need upgrades. And there are essential bits missing. You know, we were never given the whole blueprint. The blueprint is like we get given bits and then we download the rest, and that's how we know we're masters, and that's what we're learning to do. That's what people working with me are in training to do. So, you know, it's very important to remember that if it seems like that the world is full of paradoxes, it is. But also in the larger context, they do make sense. Okay, I'm looking at a vision board right in front of me that I actually probably started, oh my goodness, I can't remember, at least 12 years ago, maybe longer. It's right there, it's manifesting, it's beautiful. Some things have had to wait for longer than others. My RozyGlow one, I'll tell you one thing. I think I've said this before, but it's worth noting. This is how we can block ourselves, by being very specific about things that we actually want, and then when they show up in our lives, not claiming them. So my coach had said to me when we were working out my titles, I think you're a life coach, Rosie. You're a spiritual life coach. You want to put yourself forward as a spiritual life coach. To which my response was, no, I am not a life coach. Who am I to life coach people? Like, I'm mad, you know. And that's not that I'm mad. It's I'm a world bridger. Okay, I bridge the mainstream world with the holistic and the alternative world, but certainly on a more specific level, 4D to 5D consciousness, which is going from, oh, this is amazing, but I don't know how it works, to, oh, I'm a conscious co-creator of my reality. This is how it works. Anyway, fast forward, moved things around, been moving my office in different places, looked on my vision board, and on there we put, you know, who can we trust? Ask spiritual life coach, Rosanna Kalliabetsos. And I had created that vision board probably about at least a year ago, maybe longer, right? So I was blocking my own flow there because I wasn't claiming something that is actually something I've said I want. So these are areas where you might discover some blind spots. So we get clear on our dreams and all the rest of it. There is a fiery energy here, which can help bring us closer to the life that we desire, and we will work with that fire. Okay, we will work with the idea of transmuting through the consecrated fire. I can't actually say it, I'm sorry, but the fire that transforms, like a baptism of fire, those things that we're ready to do. And we want to send our wishes out there knowing that they're going to be answered, and they are answered already. That's why we give thanks as though they already have. And the intention is to look at those stuck areas and see what they look like when they're flowing. Let's do less escaping. This is what I wrote down, and more conscious co-creating. So what areas in your life, where do you escape? You know, when do you try and escape yourself? What would happen if you didn't actually escape yourself there? What if you stood with yourself and went, oh, babe, I'm here with you. What would you like this to look like right now? How would you like this to feel? And those areas where you're on autopilot, you know, I have all my rituals when I come back from teaching, reviewing those rituals and go, okay, are they the rituals I want to uphold? Do I want some new rituals? We all get an opportunity to shake things up all of the time. So one of the things that Yasmin talked about was our egos create our desire, those things that light us up. I don't entirely agree with that. If we're in a conditioned state, it is our egos that light us up with desire, you know, the desire to control, the desire to be famous, the desire to be loved, all of those things. But when you have aligned with your higher self, when you keep intending to align with your higher self, your desires are soul desires, okay? They're the fire in your heart and in your sacred fire in your womb space, whether you're whatever gender, it doesn't matter. We all have a sacral chakra. So it's that pulling that energy up and also rooting it down. So, you know, being able to play this interplay between desiring and surrendering. And the question I have asked you is, who's made the ego your authority in your life? So the higher self path is your soul path, the path of the divine, this path that doesn't need vision boards, it just needs alignment. So we're going to align with our divine design. And I haven't yet made friends with these people, as in let them know about me, but I'm wearing a lot of jewelry from a company called Divine Design, and they sell their jewelry in About Balance in Brighton. I will make contact with them. This one here is from Tribalic. So if you're liking the sacred jewelry, this is all divine architecture. That one's from Tribalic, and these are from the lanes, different lanes and so forth from Brighton. So finally, let's just get to this. We want to create grace and ease, the highest good, a win-win-win, and balance and harmony in all areas of our lives. Okay, that's what this is about. Thy will be done. We don't have to fight. We can let go of the warrior suit and the sword, which is ironic because I've been talking about the sword of compassion, but I am inviting you to put down the fight and see how that feels. So ask the universe to guide you to the perfect path for you. I'm just going to get on with it now. I think it's time to allow ourselves to be divine humans walking this earth. You know, this is what it's about, bathing in bliss. These are wider sweeping statements than the micromanaging of our goals and our desires, right? I'll be happy when I've got this much money. I'll be happy when I've lost this much weight. I'll be happy with this. I'll be happy with that. It doesn't work like that, okay? So just really allow yourself to open to the fact that when you just get in flow and full alignment, all you want and then some comes your way. Let's start there. Okay, so making sure you're comfortable, making sure your spine is erect, and just taking a moment to close your eyes. Allowing this vision of bathing in bliss. Allowing this idea of flow. Just imagining a light fall cascading out from your heart as we've activated our I am presence. We've activated our sphere of compassion already. We want to activate the core line to support us to energize our physical boundary and our energetic boundary, our light body. So take a few deep breaths. Soften the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands. And allow this idea of energy flowing through you from above, from below, and from you. So feel the energy from your heart moving outwards into your energy field. Feel the energy from below rising up, and the energy from above cascading down through you. Know that these currents are existing, whatever guidance I give you in terms of observing energy flows. Everything's happening at the same time. So please repeat after me. I am all that is. I am all that is. I am all that is. I am the source of my creations and the creator of my reality. I am a multidimensional being of love and light. I am surrendering my personal will to my divine will. I am choosing to align with my divine design timeline. I am embodying my higher self from my divine design timeline. I am choosing to co-create with grace and ease. I am commanding an axiatonal alignment with my divine design timeline. Okay, so just allowing I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. There's already, sorry, I got distracted, loads of beautiful, clear, crystal light is flowing through in all directions. Notice the patterns that become evident to you. For now, I'd like to create a very strong connection to our earth chakras. So focus on the flow that's moving down through the sun, from source, through our bodies, down through our earth chakras, and just repeat after me. Activate, activate, activate my earth chakra. Purify, purify, purify my earth chakra. And as it spins and purifies, we're now going to activate our connection to the crystalline grid. So this is crystalline grid energy that's flowing through. It's pure, clear, crystal clear energy. Infinite love light. Activate, activate, activate my connection to the crystalline grid. Purify, purify, purify my connection to the crystalline grid. And continue until completion. So feel that light move down through your earth chakra and then expanding around the planet, all around the planet, just under the surface of the planet. And this is how we activate the ascending earth paradigm, if you're interested. Now moving into, so as it lights up the whole planet, it moves towards the center of the planet. And it pulls in what I call the heart of Gaia and also the womb of Gaia. Gaia being Mother Earth, ascending Earth. So let that crystalline light pool there, remembering that it's actually there anyway. Until there's so much energy and force building that it moves up again, up through the layers of the earth, up through the crystalline grid, up through your earth chakra, up through each of our earth chakras. All the way up and out through the crown, through the sun, up to source. And then as it goes up to source, it cascades all around us. And it can pool again into our earth chakra. So it can move down through our center, but also around us and around the planet again and back up. So as it's going up, there is also the element that's coming down, that moves down and around the planet and into the core, where it moves up. And as it moves up, it moves around our light bodies, around our sphere and back into our earth chakras and also the core of the planet. So this is anchoring energy so you don't frazzle. Very important for all of you who are sensitive. Now we've got those flows in operation. Allow the outline of your physical body to glow and the outline of your light body to be revealed and to glow. So it will be either a six-pointed star or a diamond. You can use your sword and your shield, my dear. It's a shield of grace and a sword of compassion, but we can lay down the heavy armor of previous battles. That's what we're going to be doing. Great work, everyone. That's beautiful. So can you feel the grace flowing? Can you feel the idea of bathing in bliss as we've activated these lines? The one that goes down, goes around the planet, into the middle of the planet and back up through our earth chakras again. And then it goes around from source, around our spheres, around our light bodies, into our earth chakras, and then straight down into the heart of Gaia. And it moves out again. Beautiful. Moves back up, around us, around the atmosphere, and down through our core again, through the crown of the head. Well done. Oh. All right, so committing fully to aligning with our divine design timeline. I am aligning with my divine design timeline. Say that. I am aligning with my divine design timeline. I am aligning with my divine design timeline. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am letting go and letting God. I am letting go and letting God. I am letting go and letting God. I am that I am. I am opening my heart to what I truly deserve. I am opening my heart to receive what I truly deserve. I am opening my heart to receive what I truly deserve. I am opening my heart to receive what I truly deserve. I am that, I am that, I am that, I am. Awesome. Okay, everything's looking good. Just check all of your divine architecture, which is your core line, outline of your physical body, outline of a 6-pointed star or diamond around your physical body, and outline of sphere of compassion around all of this are active. Make sure they're all strong and active before we go on. Now creating a sphere of compassion in front of your face and placing in that sphere all of the situations in your life that seem to be beyond you. So the ones that you feel compelled you have to make decisions around, that you just don't know what is divine will, what is ego will, or you seem to at least feel as though there's a battle, okay, battle with the self, that 3/4 of you is going one way and 1/4 is going the other, or 2/3 are going one way and one is going the other. So let's place the parts of us that are not in alignment with our divine design timeline in the sphere. And so any judgments you have about yourself, put them in the sphere. Any judgments you have about others or situations that you're in, put them in the sphere. Indecision, lack of clarity, unsure which way to go, put it in the sphere. Quote unquote problems that just don't seem as though they are getting sorted, put them in the sphere, however hard you try. Habits, addictions, rituals that no longer serve you, put them in the sphere. Don't worry about how they're going to change, just allow them to. Great. Yeah, so putting the old you, stuck bits, and the bits that frighten us, that we're scared of getting wrong. And as we're in spring, I'm also inviting you to place your liver and your kidneys, your whole physical being into the sphere for a detox. So we're putting the armor that we have been used to wearing in the sphere to be loved up. The old warrior suit, but the warrior that we were operating as was the warrior, not the divine warrior. And so just letting go of any concept of battle, even between good and perceived evil. Just let it go. Oh, wow, it's amazing. Okay, so I now command a complete and irreversible release from our cellular, molecular, atomic, subatomic memory, from the waves and particles of our quantum field and photon stream, from the physical, etheric, emotional, mental, and astral bodies, and divine blueprints, celestial and causal bodies of each individual involved in this co-creation and our collective, in accordance with the co-creation collective and the will of the co-creation council, for the highest good of all, in service to humanity, in service to the multiverse, the source of all that is. And allow now this idea that we release fully until completion. So open your heart, pour all of this stuff into the sphere. Let the sphere start to spin so that it's acting like a vacuum to draw it all out. And just willingly surrender it. I'm done with this. I'm done with trying to get it right. Allow every layer of your being that is requiring the letting go to be let go. If there's a particular side of your body, Just flow that energy out. I'm getting a lot from my left side wanting to be released. This pattern of martyrdom, of always trying and never achieving, not enough anyway. Of an endless mountain to climb. Let all of those thoughts go. Oh, well done. It's all happening right now. Right, divine grace is flowing through us. So I am divine grace, I am divine grace, I am divine grace. Take the soft pink flame, move it through your body from the sun. It comes down. Just imagine it moving down into your earth chakra, around the planet, moving into the heart of Gaia, and then back up through our bodies and out through our hearts into the sphere. At the same time, it moves up and out through the crown of the head, up through to the source of all that is. It cascades down all the way around each of our spheres, into our earth chakras, and then straight down into the core of the planet. And that gets energized outwards. So that's all happening at the same time. So feel divine grace flowing through your heart into the sphere, loving up everything that's there, that's heavy or dense. Letting go of the idea that somehow we have to be perfect in order to receive grace, in order to bathe in bliss. And all that is required is for us to feel that frequency, and then notice what helps us maintain it. So let the sphere fill with that pink light, soft pink light. And enjoy the fact that it's a soft colour like this that's come through. The emerald is coming through as well. So with my groups, we were doing very powerful clearing with the emerald flame the other day. So for those of you who are initiated into the emerald fire, work with that. Otherwise, the emerald flame, I am the emerald flame, I am the emerald flame, I am the emerald flame. Move it through your bodies, around through the crystalline grid, around and into the heart of Gaia, back up through our earth chakras, and out into the sphere in front of you. Very nice. And just keep saying to yourself, I am aligning with my divine design. I am aligning with my divine design. I am aligning with my divine design. Notice how that feels. Excellent work. So as it moves into the sphere, allow it to create like a glow around the sphere in front of you. So it's returning all of that energy of shoulds and coulds and woulds and musts into pure sovereign love light and divine grace. So we can yield our sword of compassion and our shield of grace whenever we need to. You can say the sword of compassion is emerald green and the shield of grace is the soft pink flame. So seeing the two operating together, and you're ready, getting ready to step into it. So creating a golden bridge from our hearts into the sphere expands to surround us. Just allow yourself to feel what divine design alignment feels like. So let the emerald green flame move through your core line as the sword of compassion. And imagine the sphere of compassion as the soft pink flame of divine grace. I know it's just shifted. Here you can kind of get the feeling of how the sword and the shield can be used to align you with your divine design timeline rather than to battle. We're going to call in the platinum flame as well, which is the divine feminine, to create a shield around the soft pink flame, which is like a reflective mirror and allows that which isn't aligned with our divine path, each of our own divine paths, to be reflected back to where it came from. Whatever gets sent to us, it goes back to where it came from, with love and compassion. So we're only ever interacting with that which is in alignment with our divine design. Well done. So just say, I am the platinum flame, I am the platinum flame, I am the platinum flame. Let it move down from the sun, through and around the planet. Around your sphere, which is like the planet. And then anchor below your sphere, through your earth chakra, through each of our earth chakras and around the planet. Into the heart of Gaia and then back up through our bodies and out through the crown of the head, out through the sun, out through the original source. And allow it to cascade around again once more. Wow, there's all this rainbow energy coming. Okay, so really anchor this now. It's like we've had a really deep clearing in the light body. So feel your earth chakra. Feel your connection to the crystalline grid. Feel your connection, which is the ultimate anchor. You anchor your earth chakra to the center of the planet. So make that connection straight down, as well as from the crystalline grid, pulling into it and back up. You're a very strong anchor. You ain't going anywhere. You're anchored into the new earth paradigm. Good. That's feeling amazing. You can almost imagine a platinum anchor, actually. That makes sense. We need to really feel grounded, even though you're so expanded. And feel into already having all the achievements that you wish to achieve, having achieved them, whatever they are, stopping things, starting things, experiencing things. I'm going to give you a moment before we anchor this. So focus on the feelings. Don't worry about anything else. Just focus on the feelings of having already achieved what you seek. Ooh, that's feeling good. Well done. So I am aligned with my divine design timeline. I am embodying my higher self from my divine design timeline. I am surrendering my personal will to my divine will. Thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done. Calling on my soul family, star family, guides, teachers, ascended masters of the purest frequencies of love and light to support me in walking this path of grace and ease, in walking this path of bathing in bliss, in walking this path of receiving, in walking this path of fulfillment, of balance and harmony on this earth, as an example of being an embodied divine human. I call on the Christ light. I call on my Mahatma. I call on the angels and archangels that are here to support me to build this dream, to surrender to this dream, and to surrender to myself. I command this process continues until completion. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle. Integration, expression, and manifestation in my physical reality and in all relevant dimensions of my being, in all space and time. I am always flowing in perfect harmony with the universe, in every moment, every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year, in all dimensions of my being, in all space and time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Divine love light. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. So breathe through your feet now. Just imagine you've got iron boots and golden wings, and we want both to fly high. So we desire and we surrender to our divine design time. Breathe through your feet into the point that you really feel your connection to the earth, your connection to the core of the planet, the connection to your physical body. Deep breaths bring you back, bring you back, bring you back. And let me know when you are back. Oh, that's so deep. Wow, a bit shorter than usual. That was so deep. Just keep breathing through your feet. Keep anchoring. Remember, you want those iron boots. You want those iron boots. Iron boots help us to fly higher. We've got to anchor. Root down to rise up. Oh, there's a crow. They're messengers of transformation. I've been hearing birds so much. I know it's spring, but like everywhere since, just trying to remember since it was really, probably the last full moon that I really started to hear the birds, maybe a little bit before. Let me know you're back. I can see there's 4 of you here, so let me know you're back and how you are, and if you're feeling grounded and centered. Very important to feel grounded and centered, and hopefully you've really had a sense of what it feels like to be your divine self. Remember, part of being our divine selves is accepting all of our beingness, okay? So that's all of our perceived good, all of our perceived bad. That is a whole process, but every so often we get to just feel that feeling of being in that flow. Hey, Lizzie. Oh, lovely. Good to see you on. Well done. Nice. Jazz, nice. Does anyone remember the far show? Okay, just checking that if Jid, you're still with us. Are you all right? You're back? You're good? I feel very much like I would like to just know everybody's okay. Just keep really breathing through your feet. If you're feeling spacey, stamp your feet, jump up and down, breathe deep Yeah, and as you breathe out, send that energy through your feet. So we don't want to turn the taps off of our soles for the feet and the hands and the crown and the pelvic floor, but just reinforce the outline of your energy field. So that's why we did the platinum around the soft pink sphere of grace and that rod of emerald green love light that is the sword of compassion. Everybody okay? You can give me a thumbs up if you don't want to share anything. And remember, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you are interested in these retreats that we're running in August, we're talking about June and September in Henfield in the UK. Gorgeous, gorgeous space. Hey, amazing. Yeah, good. Nice one, Jid. I'm expecting something big shifting for you this week. And Annie, you're back. Excellent. Well done. Good. Yeah, that was really phenomenal, wasn't it? There were so many light frequencies coming through. Not many strong colours, but I just brought the emerald flame through because we've been working with it. There's one more of you, I think. Yeah, it wasn't dense and heavenly. It's kind of like, it's the two, isn't it? There's the paradox. Can we handle more of our love light? You know, can you really trust, like, I am open to what I truly deserve? What's that? The better it gets, the better it gets. Let go of everything that just ain't working for you in its current form. Just let it go. Let it go. Put it in the sphere. Love it up. Anything that isn't working for you in its current form, let it go. And it will transmute. Lots of breakthroughs coming for everybody. So we've had another person join us now. I'm literally just finishing. Okay, if no one else wants to comment, I'm going to leave it here. What other invitations have I got for you? If you would like to join me for solstice celebrations in Croydon, we're going to be having a very powerful sound bath, meditation and cacao ceremony in South Croydon on the 16th, Sunday the 16th of June. The retreat, the plant medicine retreat will be the 5th to the 7th of June. It's the 7th to 9th, it's that weekend anyway. And the 25th to the 27th, I believe, is, I'll double check it for you now, is the one in September, which is going to be a big hurrah. Hoorah, Henry. It's going to be all about celebrating, enjoying yummy food, yummy wine, maybe espresso martinis. Yeah, 27th to the 29th. It's whatever your flavour is. Don't feel like obliged to drink. You don't have to do that. I had tummy pain throughout, it's still there. I put my tummy in the sphere and touched my belly. Yes, well done. Well, remember, we're giving our physical body a big spring clean as well. And I had some stuff in my gut as well. There's usually stuff around trusting our gut and purifying the gut. So if there's been parasites, imbalance of bacteria, you would have been clearing that. So just touch and clear. Let us know anything else, Annie, as it comes up. And yes, coaching. Anyone who's interested in my coaching programs or co-creation success, the better it gets, the better it gets. So come join me for the next round. I wish you a beautiful new moon experience and happy dreaming. What does your divine design feel like? Take care, lovely ones. Thank you so much. So much love. Get in touch with me for info on the retreats, okay? Best to do through Messenger on RozyGlow or Rosanna Kalliabetsos, all through the website. Bye.